Okay, picture biting into a crisp, raw carrot. You've probably been told your whole life that raw, untouched veggies are the absolute peak of healthy eating, right? And that the second you cook a plant, you're just destroying all its nutritional value? Well, what if I told you that everything you just pictured is really only half the story? Check out this wild nutritional paradox. Eating a plate of cooked carrots actually gives your body significantly more vitamin A than eating those exact same carrots completely raw. I mean, take a second to really think about that. We're taking a fresh vegetable, hitting it with destructive heat, and somehow coming out with more of a crucial vitamin? How on earth is that biologically possible? Well, by the end of this explainer, you're going to understand exactly how. We're looking at the whole food advantage, how processing affects nutrients, the great cooking exception, and finally, how your very own body acts as a literal vitamin factory. So let's jump straight into part 1. Section 1, the whole food advantage. To really get how nutrients behave, we've got to start right at the source, because where and how a food is harvested sets the absolute baseline for its vitamins and minerals. Let's ground this with a real-life example. Think about a whole baked potato versus a potato that's been chopped up, soaked, and deep-fried into a French fry. The whole food, the baked potato, holds on to significantly more vitamin C, folate, and potassium than the fry. Why? Because every single time we alter a food from its natural state, we're basically opening the door for those microscopic nutrients to be stripped away or just outright destroyed. You see, a food hits its absolute nutritional peak right when it's fully ripe on the plant. That's when it has maxed out the vitamins and phytochemicals it needs to survive. But the second that plant is harvested, a hitting countdown timer starts ticking. Naturally occurring enzymes in the food, plus just regular exposure to the air around us, start to break the plant down, taking nutrients right along with it. This is exactly why buying local produce is such a big deal. Cutting down on transport time and air exposure literally translates to way more vitamins actually making it onto your dinner plate. Wait, this is actually super important. Let's do a quick mental check here to make sure we're on the same page. Based on how fragile these nutrients are, which type of vitamins do you think are generally the most susceptible to things like air and processing? Take a quick guess. Got it? It's water-soluble vitamins, like vitamin C and the B vitamins. Keep that tucked away because it's going to be key for our next section. All right, section 2, how processing affects nutrients. Now that we've got the whole food advantage down, let's look at what actually happens when we start prepping that food in our kitchens. Think of this as your ultimate kitchen cheat sheet for saving nutrients. Every prep method has a different chemical impact. High heat for a long time? Yeah, that totally wrecks some of those fragile water-soluble vitamins. So your actionable rule here is to use super fast cooking methods, like steaming or microwaving. What about refining whole grains? Well, that strips away B vitamins, minerals, and all that precious fiber. So stick to whole grains. But let's talk about water and freezing, because this is where things get a little tricky. I hear this question all the time. Why does boiling my veggies ruin their nutrition, but throwing them into a freezing cold freezer doesn't? The magic word here is leaching. Remember those water-soluble vitamins we just talked about? When you soak or boil produce, those vitamins and minerals literally leach out of the plant and float around in the water. So if you dump that boiling water down the sink, you're literally pouring your vitamins down the drain. Freezing, though. Freezing is just a pause button. It doesn't destroy the nutrients, it just locks them right in place. Section 3, the cooking exception. Okay, so if heat destroys vitamins and water leaches them out, we should just eat everything totally raw, right? Well, let's circle back to that wild paradox from the very beginning of the lecture. There is a massive scientific exception to these processing rules, and it's all about a group of phytochemicals called carotenoids. See, in plants like carrots, carotenoids are locked up tight inside a super rigid cellular structure called the plant matrix. If you crunch on a raw carrot, your digestive system actually has a really hard time breaking down that tough matrix. That means a ton of those nutrients just pass right through you completely unabsorbed. But heat, chopping, and cooking, they act like a chemical cheat. They break down the matrix and unlock the carotenoids. Your body can actually grab onto them. And bam, that totally explains our hook. Beta-carotene is a specific kind of carotenoid inside carrots. Because cooking physically breaks it out of the plant matrix, its bioavailability, meaning the actual amount your body can absorb and use, absolutely skyrockets. Now there is a limit, right? Overcooking will eventually destroy some of those active compounds. So the sweet spot, scientifically speaking, is a light steam or a quick stir fry. Okay, let's lock this in really quick. True or false?
Does cooking and chopping veggies always decrease their bioavailability? Definitely false. When we're talking about carotenoids like beta-carotene, cooking and chopping are total game changers that actually increase bioavailability by tearing down that tough plant matrix.
Moving on to section 4, your body's vitamin factory. We've spent this whole time talking about getting vitamins out of our food, but let's shift gears and look at the crazy biology happening inside you. Because your body, it's not just some passive sponge soaking up vitamins, it's a literal, active manufacturing plant. To get this, we need to talk about the provitamin. A provitamin isn't an active vitamin yet. It's basically the raw precursor material. Your body takes this raw material, tinkers with it, and builds the active vitamin itself. So we don't just absorb. Sometimes we literally have to build from scratch. Think of it exactly like buying DIY flat pack furniture. When you eat those cooked carrots, you aren't actually eating active vitamin A, you're eating beta-carotene. The beta-carotene is just the flat pack box full of parts. You swallow it, it heads down to your small intestine, which is basically the workshop, and there your body unboxes the parts, follows the instructions, and builds retinol, which is the finished active form of vitamin A. And your body pulls off this DIY trick with a bunch of crucial nutrients. Vitamin D is a mind-blowing example. When UV rays from the sun hit the cholesterol right there in your skin, your body uses that cholesterol as a precursor to manufacture vitamin D. That's why where you live on the map and what season it is literally changes how much vitamin D your body can naturally make. Same goes for niacin. Your liver can take an amino acid called tryptophan and just convert it straight into niacin, which is a B vitamin.
But guys, it gets even wilder. It's not just your human cells running the factory line. You have a massive, invisible workforce living right inside your large intestine, your microbiome. The helpful bacteria hanging out in your gut can actually manufacture certain vitamins totally from scratch. Depending on your specific gut bacteria, these little guys are down there churning out B vitamins and a specific form of vitamin K right inside your digestive tract.
One last check before we wrap things up to make sure you caught that. Which of the following vitamins can actually be built by your gut bacteria? If you guessed vitamin K, you hit the nail on the head. This is exactly why keeping a healthy gut microbiome through what you eat directly impacts your body's own internal vitamin production.
All right, section 5, lecture summary. We've covered a ton of ground today, zooming all the way from the soil down into our cellular workshops. Let's quickly consolidate the key takeaways from this explainer.
First up, whole foods at peak rateness set our nutrient baseline. Second, water-soluble vitamins are super fragile. Too much heat wrecks them, and soaking water just leaches them away. Third, we've got the cooking exception. Applying heat physically breaks down the plant matrix to unlock phytochemicals like carotenoids. And lastly, your body and your gut microbiome are essentially an active factory, taking precursor provitamins and building them into active nutrients like vitamins A, D, niacin, and K.
So I'm going to leave you with this to chew on. The next time you sit down for a meal, look at your plate. Are you just feeding yourself, or are you actually delivering a shipment of flat pack, raw materials to the biological vitamin factory inside you? Knowing the science behind your food changes the whole picture, right? If you found this as fascinating as I do, be sure to catch our next explainer where we dive into the wild world of dietary supplements and figure out if pill forms of these nutrients can ever